Welcome back to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at my favourite Switch deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. In the first few Black Friday deals they've kind of started to appear, some regions though the eShop is going crazy. So with that luck, hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here, join our growing family and let's get started. So this week there was no under $10 video because the Black Friday cyber sale dropped in most regions. I expected it to hit the US and Canada, so I held off, I was ready to work, and then just nothing happened. We are still to this point waiting. So basically, no, before we go into this video today, I'm wrapping up deals available everywhere. The second that sale hits, all regions expect to see titles like The Witcher 3, Tetris Effect and Age of Calamity at new low prices. We also have then two $10 eShop gift card winners to announce and two more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners they'll be announced in next week's video. Also then, this one today, nice and bite size, and the majority is budget coming in under that $10 mark. You know, save that cash for later in the week for the big stuff. First then, Crysis Remastered Trilogy gets a new low price, 20% off, great games, great ports. The first is a classic, the second it goes more linear, setting itself in New York, and then the third you'll expect a bow and arrow at your side, and it falls somewhere between linear and open. I like them all, they're great ports, I reviewed them here on the channel, those are linked down below. But yeah, if you already own the second or the third, you can pick them up separately on sale as well, or at least the second and third entry. But if you only own that first game, the trilogy will actually be the cheaper route for some reason. Mechstermination Force then is an absolute gem of a title from Hallberg Studios, a game all about saving the world from these giant mechs. It's a 2D boss rush title though, that always kind of gives me that Power Rangers, almost Shadow of the Colossus vibe, in the sense you'll be climbing these bosses that tower over you. A whole lot of like weapons though, power-ups, all that good stuff, and it even packs in local co-op as well. This one then, it's a new low price with 83% off. Also from the same team as well, check out Super Punch Patrol. He uses his Gunman Clive graphics and transitions it into like this side-scrolling brawler, Streets of Rage style. That's also a new low with 80% off. Chaos Code, a new sign of Catastrophe then, is a 1v1 fighter that released to little fanfare. I reviewed it on the channel, really enjoyed it. Now it has a new low price here with 33% off. It was budget to begin with. Its main flaw, no online play at all, which is disappointing. That said though, the fighting is fun, it's got a nice set of mechanics, a decent roster, and the characters really enjoyed their different styles. My full review is below, but this is a bit of a cult release on the Switch. Also a new low then for those in the UK, The Missing, JJ Macfield and the Island of Memories, a side-scrolling action-adventure with a definite focus on puzzles and a seriously twisted edge. It's rocking 75% off, and the idea, your friend went missing and now you're out to find her on this Island of Memories. Here though, you're trapped in a cycle of what is death leading to rebirth. Basically you're being kind of massacred over and over again, and yeah, you'll come back together. You'll even be losing limbs to progress. It's weird stuff, but in the best possible way. Dungeon crawler fans in, Vaporum Lockdown. I can take it or leave it with this genre, but I really enjoyed this one. This is actually the prequel, though it followed up the original release, so just be aware that it's very much more the same. Not sure if it was as good as the original for me, but it's this very cool steampunk setting, and it's a grid-based experience. It's the prequel again, as I said, to the first title, though. It's the story of a scientist working to escape this tower where a research project was ongoing. A whole lot of things like depth though, combat, exploration, puzzles, loot. It's everything a genre fan could want, and it's a new low price with 40% off. Kingdom 2 Crown then I'd call a unique one. It's a pixel style side-scrolling strategy experience with a ton of challenge and depth. The idea, you are the leader and you will be recruiting loyal subjects to build your kingdom. You'll be assigning jobs, creating warriors, basically a whole lot of monsters are out to get you, so it's kind of balancing that strategy and almost tower defense vibe. The best thing though, it's got to be the medieval setting for you. It has Shogun and Deadlands included, the latter that's a crossover with Bloodstained. It makes for something seriously gothic. 50% off though, that is a new low price, and there's a ton of game for your cash here. They say a 30-hour main story, and I think that's probably fair. I've definitely done more than 30. While I'm on strategy then, a classic for me before we get to our first winner of the week, Tiny Metal. It's back, matching the low price here with 50% off, and for many this picked up where Advance Wars left off. You'll find yourself though going into war against a villainous nation. You've obviously got to save the day. Think here though, 15 units to use, roll out, and then of course create more and expand from that. It's a perfect fit for the Nintendo Switch, so the smaller scale Warfield in handheld, that is great stuff, and it still captures a nice level of depth as well. This is one of 2 tiny metal games then on the Switch currently. So our first winner of the week then, your oldie Kahuna, who wished the controls for World Ends With You meshed with them better, and it's a common complaint honestly. On the Switch it's far from perfect and also kind of exhausting at times as well. Congrats though, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, a second winner coming up shortly in the video. Into the final 3 games of the week then, but of course a whole lot more coming up over the next few days, but the wonderful 101 Remastered gets a new low price here with 55% off. It had some controversy though, this release, thanks to its reliance from a Kickstarter, but in the end they delivered. I think as ports go, it's solid work, and there's few games out there like it. The idea though, a team of heroes must unite to protect the Earth from what is alien invaders. What that results in is controlling and throwing 100 of them into battle. I've always loved the creativity and the character design in the world with this one though. It was absolutely worthy of this re-release. Give it some more attention, and it's a blast just experimenting with the different like weapons and abilities. I think it's also a fantastic price for what is a decent chunk of game. So our penultimate game of the video then, Green Hell, another one I reviewed personally, find that in the pinned comment down below. This one, it's a survival experience and an extremely challenging one at that. Super budget though as well, it's matching the low price again with 75% off. The idea here though, you can face survival challenges or story, and that story is very good stuff. You return to this like jungle, you're writing a book, your wife is helping you, it's basically an overview of the local tribes. Things though escalate and your wife is now missing after making contact with that tribe. Now you've got to survive this wilderness, the tribes and this wildlife. It's intense stuff, combat, building up these locations, healing yourself, all sorts of things going on. Visually then, it's no question a little rough around the edges, but it's a big game and the port work with that in mind, it is strong in my opinion. This one is probably one of the better survivals on the console though. It's up there with Subnautica, Breath Edge and Long Dark. So our second winner of the week then, Janelle, who said nothing for them, so a happy wallet, and that is always a good week. Those are the ones I look forward to now. Plus Black Friday right around the corner, now was the time to hold on to that cash. Congrats though, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. So our final game of the week then, we're going out with an indie, To the Moon, a personal favourite of mine, and my physical copy actually arrived this week from Limited Run Games, so it felt like the perfect timing. Now I've spoken to this one a lot, and it's one I'm going to be continuing to suggest, because yeah, it's just something special, and it's definitely for those that like something story driven. It looks like an old school SNES era RPG, but it's really not. No combat, rather just exploration, character study, and yeah, again, beautiful, beautiful stuff. The idea here though, you work for an organisation that can fulfil final wishes, implant dreams that become a reality, and here an old man wanted to go to the moon. The problem, this process is so intense it actually results in death, so it's always going to be on your deathbed that they do go ahead with it. You basically give up though all those memories you once had. It really then follows the process, the reason, and the family being left behind. It's incredible, but again, not action-packed, nor is it an RPG. This is one of the most emotionally impacting games available on the Switch as it stands, and if you want 5 or so hours of genius, this is going to be it. It matches the low price with 30% off. And that's another week down, and hopefully you'll be hearing from me very soon as I await the 1,000 plus extra deals going live for Black Friday. I just need that US and Canada pricing. Really excited to share that video with you all though, and with that, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.